What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video, your girl is here to bring you my next video in my Must Have Must Gag series. This is my series that I created inspired by Samantha Marsh's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below. I also have all of the Instagram pages that I follow to get this makeup knowledge linked down below. What else? I have my nail polish. I will have this shirt. This is actually my Ivy Park crop top, in case you are wondering. I also will have this eye look up. This eye look will be available tomorrow, I promise you guys. I'm so sorry these last couple of weeks, I think basically last week, a lot of my eye looks have not been available. I'm trying. But yeah, this eye look should be available tomorrow, to start off a new kind of themed week for you guys. I am recording this on Friday. I think that's it. We're gonna go with that's it. I'm gonna scoot over. We're gonna hopefully be in focus this time, because last week your girl was a little out of focus and I was a bit annoyed. Okay, so yeah, let's see how it do. Okay, we're gonna hope the autofocus did not play me again this week, and we're gonna get right into it. So I just want to start off this week once again just letting you guys know the stuff from the Sephora-thon situation. So yesterday, the day that I'm recording this, Gucci and Fenty Beauty released new things. I know Fenty released that cream lip product. I honestly don't even know what Gucci released, but they both released new products. And then starting today, the 10th, or yesterday, the 10th, through the 16th, you get the point multiplier event. So depending on your status in Sephora, you get a certain amount of extra points every time you make a purchase. Like I said last week, I would personally recommend you spending your money on something that you can afford, but also is a little bit expensive. That way you get extra points, especially if you are Rouge, because I think Rouge are the only people who get the $100 gift card based on their points. So that's how I would spend it. I actually did just purchase a fragrance, if I remember correctly. So I may or may not pick up another one. We'll see. I'm trying to spend my money for you guys to get this giveaway together, because last minute Sally, I don't have the things that I wanted purchased already. Okay, so those are the two things that I wanted to talk about from the Sephora-thon sale. Let's get into the actual releases. So NARS released their limited edition Claudette collection. It is a blush duo and an eyeshadow palette. That blush duo looks beautiful. It is $45 for 2 shades. I don't have either of those blush shades, and I don't have a palette like this from NARS. I actually think both are nice. I do have an eyeshadow palette from NARS, and I really love the formulation. I had a previous one. It was a lot more neutral in tone. I ended up giving it to a friend. But the one that I have now is a blue cool tone one. Fabulous. I love using that in the winter. But am I gonna pick either of these up? Probably not. I'm just not in the market or the mood, to be quite honest, to be picking stuff up like this. The matte, the blush duo is matte, and I've told myself I'm not picking up any matte blushes at all. And then the eyeshadow palette, it's cute, but it's not, I'm not like, I can't live without it. So for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass over the whole kit and caboodle. But if you had the money and you're feeling this, I would not stop you at all. Elf is coming out with another base product, and this time they're coming out with a cream, CC cream. I'm actually really excited for this. So I do not have a CC cream that I think works for me, and I'm hoping that this will be what I would want. So it's supposed to be a natural complexion look, medium to full coverage, and it's supposed to hydrate your skin. I'm hoping that it is combination oily friendly. This released on the 9th of December, so it's already available. I don't think anybody that I personally follow has talked about this product, but honestly I have not had any time at all this month to really watch very many YouTube videos, which is annoying because there's so many really good videos coming out this month, but I just have not had the time. So I am very interested in this. The shade range is 20, and I think it's a decent shade range. I think every category, light, medium tan, deep to rich, I think they all have a similar amount of shades, which is nice. For me, I'd probably be, if I had to ballpark it, I'd be probably deep 560 because that's the shade that looks closest to my complexion, and it's also a neutral undertone, and I prefer a neutral undertone. So yeah, I may pick this up down in the grapevine and greener pastures and all that jazz, but I'm not picking up right now. As I've said multiple times, I'm really trying to slim down my foundation collection, and right now I'm targeting one foundation, and sis is a hard nut to finish, so I'm good for right now. JD Glow is coming out with some more liquid gel eyeliners. I used to have a whole bushel, I mean a whole bushel of JD Glow eyeliners, and they all went bad, or it just didn't work out for me. So for me personally, I don't feel that it's a bang for my buck to purchase any more from them. It just doesn't make any sense for me to pick up something and it for not to be as lasting, and for me to pick up something and it to not last as long as I personally want in my collection just doesn't make any sense. So your girl is going to pick, I'm just going to skip on this, but I will say the shades are really, really nice. So kudos on them for that. JC Cosmetics. I feel like I've talked about this brand recently, but honestly I can't remember. They're coming out with a blush or a face palette, an eyeshadow palette, and brushes. I actually like the aesthetic of this collection for whatever that's worth. That's pretty much it. I can't tell, but it looks like the eyeshadow palette may have glitters. If it doesn't, it has those marble shades. So yeah, the face palette looks cute, and I actually probably would actually give that some more thought if the bronzer-ish shades were darker. And I just don't need any more brushes. I'm still waiting for my Fude brushes to come in, so for me personally, this whole collection is a pass. But I will say I really like the aesthetic of it, and I mean, to each his own. Midas Cosmetics has come out with their Artistry Palette Volume 2. I talked about this last week, showing you guys the 2 single eyeshadows that they kind of depotted or whatever from the palette, and I told you guys I was probably going to be fair game to pick this up. I am very, very interested in this palette, and to be quite honest, so this is already available when I'm talking to you guys about it. It's only $16, and they have discount codes from influencers, so it could be even cheaper than that. But for me, the reason why I'm not picking this up right now is because because I picked up this baby, which is the 50/50 Makeup Like Fall palette, and it's a very similar color scheme, and I get more shades. So I already picked this up, and I am trying my darndest not to pick up palettes that have similar color schemes. Let's face it, the stuff that I have in my collection is very similar, but I'm trying from now on to really be critical. And if we're thinking critically, I don't need it, but I do really want to try this brand. And if I somehow could try this brand right now and I could pick out a palette, this would definitely be the palette that I would pick up, because it's up my color scheme, it's up my alley, and I would just want it. I'd want it so bad. But for right now, I am going to go ahead and pass. ColourPop has come out with yet another collection. This one is the Big Poppy collection. So they have a Big Poppy palette, which is all 9 shades are matte. Yep, they have a huge blush, some lip products, and some glow products from their other sister brands. So for me, I am not a huge fan of all matte palettes. I do prefer them over all shimmer palettes, but at the same time, I just don't reach for them on a consistent basis. And then in the grand scheme of things, for me, buying ColourPop, it's just not all that worth it. I like it. I like trying out ColourPop stuff. I think there's certain things that, yes, I don't mind spending that $5 getting my money's worth out of it, but at the same time there are other products where you spend that $5 and you don't even get to get the money's worth out of it because it already goes bad. So for me, overall, I'm gonna have to go ahead and pass. I still haven't made a ColourPop purchase in over a year, and I'm fine with it. I am perfectly fine with that. Sugar Cosmetics has come out with a holiday lollipop palette, and I must say I find this palette very, very interesting. There are 10 beautiful shades, 5 shimmers, 4 mattes, and 1 duochrome. I like this palette. I really do. I like the aesthetic. I like that it's clearly a holiday palette. I think that you can get some really nice looks. I will say that it is slightly disappointing that a lot of the actual shades, or not the shades, a lot of the actual colors are metallics and there are not some colorful mattes in there. So that would be the one kind of downside personally for me. But after that, I like everything else about it. Am I going to be picking this up? I'm not, unfortunately. It's just, it's not 100% what I personally would like, and because of that, because of the size of my collection, there's just no reason for me to be bringing this in. But I did want to let you guys know in case you are interested. Fatal Beauty LLC is collaborating with Palado Beauty, and they're releasing 2 new palettes. Now it looks like there are 2 different colorways. One is Seduction, one is Romance. So one of the shades, or one of the palettes, is pretty much a rainbow palette. Very, very pretty. And then the other one is pretty much a neutral toned palette. I think that both of these palettes look cute. I'm wondering why there's a box in the middle. It's actually annoying me a little bit. I'm not going to hold you up, but in the grand scheme of things, I think these are both really, really pretty palettes. Unfortunately, it looks like there are glitters. Yep, there are pressed glitters in both palettes, so I'm gonna personally have to pass. But I really like the aesthetic and the vibes of both of these palettes. They just are not perfect for me. Okay, I'm sorry if everything is not back to normal. I had to change my battery. So Taba Glow Cosmetics, which is a Trinidad and Tobago based brand, they came out with their first holiday collection, and there's quite a bit in there. So you have an eyeshadow palette, lip glosses, liquid lipsticks, you have 2 blushes, a pressed highlighter, a sponge, and a lip liner. They're quite nice. The prices are not bad at all. The blushes are both matte, unfortunately, although the one blush actually looks like I could pull it off as a bronzer. Hold me back, hold me back. Then we have that highlighter. That's a lip liner. Looks black. Okay. You have the sponge. The eyeshadow palette is pretty boring. I'm not going to hold you up. I feel like they could have definitely curated it a little bit more. There are quite a few shades in there. Not that that's bad. There are a lot of people who love 30 pan neutral palettes. I just am not one of those people. If I'm gonna go for a neutral pan palette, it needs to be like 9 shades, 12 shades, something like that. Overall, I am very interested. Let me make sure I'm following this brand because I want to know more about them. But I'm interested in that one blush that looks like a bronzer. It is what it is. Y'all know what it is, okay? It's $13. It does, I mean, wouldn't y'all be interested too? Wouldn't you? I'm just saying. Hold me back, hold me back. Hipdot collaborated with Mychemicalromance. This is literally bringing me back to when I was in like high school. I loved Mychemicalromance. Loved them so much. I had so many of their songs on my iPad. I probably still do. I just listen to like certain music at certain times, and because of that, I feel such a pull towards this palette and this collection, and I'm trying to talk myself out of it. Can I accomplish it though? I don't know. Let's see if this is still available. My best friend has already tried a palette from them. I bought it for her like 2 Christmases ago, and she loves it. I actually bought her the SpongeBob palette. She loved it. Go away. Why are there so many pop-up blockers? I'm confused. It says that it will be available on the 10th on their website, but it's the, isn't it the 10th? It's the 11th. Where's the palette? Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get on my computer and find out more about this palette. I almost never do this. I really don't. I generally am able to talk myself out of it, but I will say, in my own defense, I have been able to talk myself out of quite a few palettes, and quite a few red palettes at that. I do not have red palettes. I have very few cool tone palettes. And this brings my love of a brand that I used to mess with heavily. And it's only $24, sis. Fight me. Fight me. Too Faced is also coming out with some new lip products. They're in, of course, the peach family. You have lip balms, lip and cheek tints, and waterproof eyeliners. I'm just good, y'all. Like, I got my one Fenty little lip balm. I'm enjoying that. I'm having quite a bit of fun with that, and I feel like I'm content with life. Like, I don't really need it. What I will say is, if any of the liners are actually halfway interesting, which they really aren't, maybe I would pick one of these up, but none of them look really interesting. And I have quite the variety of eyeliners, as you guys will be seeing at the end of the month. So I'm good for right now. Your girl is good. Cuff Your Pearls. I'm sorry. They have come out with a makeup palette for overcoming the stigma of mental health and mental illness. And this palette is called Where Mental Health Meets Makeup. And it's interesting. I actually like the color scheme. It's dark, grungy, greens, browns. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I find that it is very important to talk about mental health and mental awareness. And I found that that's very important with people associated with my life. So I have become more aware of that in my personal life. And so I really like the message behind the brand. They're not launching until January. I did go ahead and follow the brand. I would like to see more of like how expensive this brand is, all that stuff. But I may go ahead and pick this palette up. It's not, can we not? It's not like I can't live without it, but I like the background of it, and this would be different for me. So we will see what happens in January. Two must-have 2 videos ago in this series was around the time of Black Friday, and I told y'all how I was annoyed with Menagerie Cosmetics because their sale really and truly was not a sale. Yes, I get it. They don't have any sales pretty much throughout the year. They don't have any like affiliate codes or anything like that. So people really were like serving elbows, okay, to get the products that they wanted. I decided not to do that because I knew I was going to already overspend. So this right here, this sneak peek, this palette is coming in 2021, and all we see is Flight. We see some purples, some greens, some pinks. I am thinking they just discontinued their small 6-pan. Let me get it. Let me find it. So they just discontinued this baby, which is their Violet Ink palette. And this pretty much was their only pinky palette in their collection. I have a feeling what they're going to do is bring out a warmer toned pink palette, or warm, did I say pink? This is a cool toned purple palette, sorry. But what they're going to be doing is coming out, I think, with like a warmer toned purple palette with some pinks, maybe some greens. It's going to be like their version of the Vivid Rose palette from Give Me Glow. I'm excited. I'm not gonna hold you up because I still do want a couple more products and palettes from Menagerie. I have pretty much all of the palettes, let's be honest, but there are two that I don't have, and I would like to pick them up slowly. And if this is something that your girl is interested in, then I'll pick up both at the same time and I'll just round out my collection. So I'm eyeing you, Menagerie. Thank you and good night. Glam Light has come out with even more products, and they're coming out with their Golden Ticket collection. And this is inspired by, of course, chocolate, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think that this is really interesting, especially because they just came out with a foodie box, but they're theming this more to be for, I guess this is more of another holiday food box. They quite literally just came out with a food box. This one, let's sit up for this. This one has a highlighter and contour palette. I need the swatches to provide for me, because chocolate, I'm assuming, is supposed to be a contour and a bronzing shade. They have it on what looks to be a person of color. I mean, it doesn't look the darkest, but it doesn't look the lightest either. You also have the chocolate donut. Huh. I wouldn't want that chocolate donut palette. I'm not going to hold you up. But that face palette. Y'all know I'm a sucker. You put a bronzer in front of my face, I tell you here's my card. So I'm intrigued. I don't think this actual collection is out yet, or the box. Yeah, it's going to be coming out the day that you guys see this. So it's going to be 7 a.m. PST that you guys are going to be seeing this. What might happen, what I might do, I might pick up that bronzer trio and the palette from last week, because I didn't pick that up. Like I said, right now I'm really focusing on using my extra money to scrounge up some things for you guys, but we might have to split the money, if you feel me. Elf has come out with a serum for your lash and your brows. I think it's okay. I've never been a big fan of these types of products. Honestly, I always freak out and I'm worried that the product is going to mess with my eyes and create a reaction. So I've never really dealt with it, but to each his own. Cara Beauty has come out with a Fuego palette, or it's actually back in stock and I've never seen it. For me, Cara Beauty, as much as I think their palettes are really pretty, every time I want to buy a palette, it's not in stock like they say it is. I can't find it on their website. So as pretty as this palette is, and as much as I may actually want to go ahead and pick this up, I'm not even going to do it to myself. I'm not going on their website to be annoyed and irritated by the fact that I can't find it. It's not happening. It is $21. If you are interested in it, go for it. Your girl just, I ain't doing it. And they have many, so it looks like what this is, the minis of 3 other palettes that they brought out before. And these don't have any glitters. Let me keep going. Storybook Cosmetics. I talked about this, I think 2 videos ago now. Their Starry Night palette. Well, it looks like it really is launching. It's launching on December 13th at 10 a.m. PST. So what? That'll be the day you guys are watching this again? Yeah, this is the day you guys are watching this. For me, it's cute, but I can live without it. Also, I hate the bulky packaging, but it's kind of a mood and an aesthetic. For me, I don't display my palettes like that, so I don't need this mood nor this aesthetic. But for other people, it might be a thing. It might be a whole thing. KKW is now adding more things to her fragrance line, and she is adding candles. I think that these look suspiciously like Jackie Aina's candle brand, but then again, it's like one of those things where like it's just a very nude or same shade candle. So I mean, am I really about to say she took Jackie Aina created this? No, but it looks suspiciously like it. So I feel like she missed the boat And she should have got this candle line out a little bit quicker. But either way, I'm good. I'm not paying her prices. $28 for a candle? No, not happening. Granted, I've spent that. I'm not gonna pretend I have spent that, but not on a KKW product. No ma'am. I actually do need to get another candle. I'm running low on my candles, so I might actually go ahead and look to see if Jackie Aina's candles are in stock, because I do need a candle. I don't have any more. So yeah. Okay, keep going. Milani has come out with some more products in their Supercharged and Glow lines. I don't know anything about either of these lines, to be honest, so that's food for thought. But it looks like there are some hydrating, like glowy products in the range, and then some of their like on the go, I just finished working out, let me put some products on line. So I think these are both cool. They're just not products personally for me, so I am personally going to pass on them, but kudos to them. So that thankfully is the end of this video. I don't have any other products that I am interested in talking about. If we had to say like what is it that I'm truly interested in, I am very much interested in the Menagerie cosmetics. I'm interested in that Cuff Your Pearls brand. Overall, if I can find the bloody Hipdot collaboration, I'm probably gonna go ahead and pick it up. I'll probably blame it on a stressful day, which I did have today at work, so there. And then I can't help it, I am also interested in that Midas Cosmetics palette, but I probably won't pick that one up. Oh, and also the Glam Light face palette. So not too much, but definitely more interested in things than I was last week, so that's good. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I would love to hear your opinions on the products that I talked about. Are there products that I didn't talk about that you would like me to? Feel free to tag me on my Instagram, and I will have my Instagram handle right here. Check out the description box. I always try my best to link everything that I can. I've been trying to also link or tell you guys at least the date that products will be available when they become available. I've been trying to really update my description box game, but that leads me to neglecting my Instagram. I have only so much time because I love to read, guys, so I'm trying my hardest. I hope you guys are enjoying this video, this series, this month, everything and anything. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you are. Give me a thumbs down if you aren't. I would love to know. If you're not enjoying these videos, if you don't like how I do them, let your girl know. I may change it, who knows. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and always, y'all, Black lives do matter. Please remember to like and subscribe to this video if you liked this content. Also remember to wear a mask and stay safe. And what is something that you would like to see in the giveaway at the end of this month? I would love to know. Let me know. Nail polish, jewelry, a certain eyeshadow palette. Let me know.